Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Zhu. I'm now responsible for global production and sales and delivery service. I joined the company back in 2014, and I've been running the company's business in Greater China and APAC. Today, I'm representing all the gigafactories and talk about how we can make more cars and faster. I'm happy to share, early this morning, we hit the 4 million mark for total Tesla ever built.
Hi there. My name is Rebecca Tanucci, and I lead our charging infrastructure teams here at Tesla. Recently, we have started opening up our networks on a global basis. Over 50% of our superchargers in Europe are currently open to other electric vehicles. We've also opened up in Asia Pacific with our first sites in Australia. And just yesterday, we opened our first 10 supercharger sites here in North America and the US to other electric vehicles. We've also just started installing our 4th generation supercharger posts. Those are being installed in Europe first. And while it's not a big mention, not a big thing to mention, they do have longer charging cables so that we can more easily reach the charge ports of different vehicles.
Hi, my name is Karn, and my team leads supply chain for electronics, powertrain, and battery at Tesla. So the question gets asked, is Tesla going to basically break the chip industry if we grow to 20 million vehicles? The answer is no.
So in a line that would need 1,000 associates to build the super manifold in full volume now just takes 10 associates.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tom Zhu. I'm now responsible for global production and sales and delivery service. I joined the company back in 2014, and I've been running the company's business in Greater China and APAC. Today, I'm representing all the gigafactories and talk about how we can make more cars and faster. I'm happy to share, early this morning, we hit the 4 million mark for total Tesla ever built. If you look at the chart on the left, Shanghai be able to significantly drop our labor hours per car during the ramp. The little dip there has happened in the last Q2 2022 because of the COVID shutdown. And on the right is the Fremont Model Y shop. Even this is a 6-year-old facility, the team there still be able to optimize the material flow, eliminate all the single point of failure, and drive higher output, hence reduce the labor hours. And actually, this factory keeps setting a new record. Yesterday, they just had a new factory daily record.
And we've also continued to focus on refining the way we make cells and the factories that the cells go inside. As you can see on this chart, from typical 2170 cylindrical cells to 4680, we made a huge leap, which is basically a 5x reduction in the factory footprint and volume and footprint. And then from going from what we did in Fremont and our pilot line to Texas, we improved further, and we're improving again when we go into Nevada. And what this actually represents is a series of actions taken by a very integrated, holistic design team across the product design, the manufacturing design, the process design, the equipment design, and the facility design. And we're not just looking at the cell factory itself, but also upstream materials where necessary. What you see here is the rendering of the 50 gigawatt hour a year Corpus Christi lithium refinery that we've already broken ground on here in Texas. The facility will start commissioning by the end of 2023, this year. This is a good example of something where we're basically talking about breaking ground and starting commissioning within 10 months, and with actual production within 12 months. That's the target, similar to what we did in Shanghai. And with that, I think that sums up our efforts on the factory side. Mike, you want to come up and we'll talk about energy?
All right. We're on our 6th generation of our industrial product, which is the Megapack XL that we're building out of Lathrop, California. We've deployed over 16 gigawatt hours of industrial and residential products across 50 countries. And really, Megapack is a market leader. It's best in class in efficiency, reliability, energy density, and easiest to install, lowest cost to install.
So putting this all together, we're really at the beginning of this massive ramp in energy storage deployment.
All right, so this is our last section of our prepared remarks today. If we look at our longest running scale production product, this is the Model 3. We reached 5,000 cars per week, which was our design capacity in mid-2018. And since then, we've taken 30% of cost out of this product. Cost reduction doesn't just come from one place. There's no silver bullet here. And as we look forward to our next-gen vehicle, our target is to reduce 50% of cost, and we've talked about that a bit earlier today. Going from the Model S and X platform to the 3 and Y platform, we took out 50% of cost, so the task here is to do it again. And this is very important because as we improve affordability, the number of customers who have access to our products dramatically increases. And as we link this back to our master plan, it enables an exponential growth in our volume with linear reductions in the cost of our products. The second point I'll make here is that, and again, cost reductions don't come from any single one place. But more importantly than just the cost of the car up front, this chart here is showing what the total cost of ownership per mile is over the course of 5 years. And we have to think about financing costs, insurance costs, the cost of power. Drew talked a little bit about that with the plants that we're doing in Texas, wear and tear and maintenance on the cars, et cetera. And we're already at a place today in the US where a base Model 3 on a cost per mile basis is less than a Toyota Corolla, which is the highest selling car in the world. The next thing on cost reduction I want to talk about is operating expenses. We spend a lot of time on our earnings calls talking about gross margins and product cost. We don't spend a lot of time talking about OpEx, but I think this is one of the really important parts of our story. So since 2018, we've reduced our non-GAAP OpEx 60% as a percent of revenue and 75% on a per delivered car basis. This is quite staggering. If we look at the SG&A side of this, I think the story here is pretty dramatic. So we're showing here a comparison of SG&A per car delivered compared to the traditional auto industry, which is both an OEM and the dealership network. And our estimates are that we're 60 to 70% lower on a per car basis. And if you turn this into dollars, this is many thousands of dollars per car. So to wrap up the finance portion of the presentation today, a couple of key messages I just want to leave you all with here is that we use innovation at an intense level to drive costs down and improve the efficiency of the business. And the reason this is so important is it allows us to improve product affordability. And this is particularly the case when we move to our next generation platform. Improving affordability allows us to comfortably make investments that grow volume. That volume generates cash that then allows us to make more investments. And as we integrate that going forward, it's our belief as a leadership team here at Tesla that we're going to achieve unprecedented scale in the manufacturing space. And this is what's ultimately required to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. Thank you all very much.